to the Juventud Pavilion because we're getting the best fighting the best, and that's when this Olympic boxing really means something. That's when I want to see the guys, when matches go in my head and I say, boy, I can't wait to see this guy fight that guy. And I can't wait to see anybody fight the Cuban team because it's such a challenge.
Hocine Soltani of Algeria against Carlos Gerena of Puerto Rico continue the featherweight parade, 57 kilograms. And Soltani, a pretty good fighter. He'll be fighting out of the red corner. There is a look at Hocine Soltani. He is just 19 years of age. On Wednesday in round 1, he stopped Jorge Malioni of Argentina at 2:31 of round number 1 due to head blows. He was up 9-0 at the point, so he knows that you have to start fast in the Olympic Games. In his competition in the blue corner, Carlos Gerena of Puerto Rico, 21 years of age. On Wednesday, he was a 2011 winner over Narendra Beath of India.
Parade of left-handers continues, but this one's a good one. Soltani has looked good.
And Bakanin is our referee.
Bakanin from Yugoslavia. I wonder what part of Yugoslavia. I wonder how you buy a ticket to Yugoslavia these days. It's subdivided into many sections that are shooting at each other.
You don't.
Yeah, I feel sorry for that country. It's a wonderful country, and civil war is a bitter thing to go through.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. One of the most stirring moments of the opening ceremonies was when the team from Bosnia Herzegovina made their entrance into the Olympic Stadium. They needed to stop a war to get their plane out. So that's how special a moment it was for them to even get to the opening ceremonies, and that was really one of the highlights of these games.
And the sellout audience stood up. They really got a great response.
Hocine Soltani, the southpaw from Algeria, in the red, and Carlos Gerena of Puerto Rico in the blue. Midway point of this first round.
Having lived through a lifetime of wars, wouldn't it be wonderful if we could just reduce all this to sport and have them fight it out in the Juventud Pavilion in Babylonia instead of on the battlefield? And have the politicians fight it out. No one exerting themselves one over the other right now. They're just quieter around than you would expect from two guys that have this talent.
And with under a minute to go in round number 1, you know, the Algerian team has been a surprise. They have 6 boxers remaining. They're 8-2 overall, and they are 1-0 in this second round. Puerto Rico just 3-6 in the Olympic Games.
You know, put to torture, I can tell you who's ahead in this thing. I mean, it's just like nothing's happened. I mean, they've been swarming, kind of punching in the air. Nothing. I mean, we'll see.
And we tick away to the end of round 1. And round number 1 is nearly complete. And we look towards the scoreboard. 6-0, Soltani in front.
Well, obviously we were napping during that time. I didn't see any 6-0 round. Well, 6-0 is like overwhelming. I didn't see any overwhelming performance by Soltani.
Well, then Andreas Taves, then that 9-4 Andreas Taves score is a joke, right?
Oh, man.
Well, we're going to take a look at some of those 6 punches. We see a right hand there by Soltani. Maybe there's one. Remember, 5 judges.
Wasn't that Soltani's head? It just went way back? Or was I looking at something else?
Well, right there. That's the white portion of the glove to the anterior part of the body. Well, remember, there are 5 judges seated ringside with this little computer pad. And 3 of the judges, when they see a scoring blow within a 1-second interval, must hit their button in order for a scoring blow to land.
Well, they were tardy with the points, and Puerto Rico's Gerena was deficit to the point of 0. And that his corner should have looked at that and been a little disappointed and sent him out to do or die here, because nobody overcomes 6-0 unless he breaks the other guy's nose or something disastrous happens.
Well, Soltani landing a good right hand here to start this second round. Soltani in the red, Gerena in the blue. The appeal of United States boxer Eric Griffin has been turned down by AIBA, and the United States will now take one final step and bring it to the executive committee of AIBA. But don't expect Eric Griffin to be participating in these Olympic Games.
I wouldn't be training hard if I were he. I would be kind of hanging around.
He was here earlier to watch his pal Tim Austin perform, and Austin performed marvelously with a 19-7 win over a tough Julian Strogoff of Bulgaria. And right now, Hocine Soltani, with a 6-0 lead after one round, can just fight on the outside. No need to mix it up with Gerena like he did there.
And how costly it's got to be to Eric Griffin in terms of money. I mean, you know, Olympic Games are heartbreak and so forth. Had he won the gold, he was looking at a Carvajal fight, a way to make some money. I'm not talking about millions. I'm talking about $500,000 for a young kid like that. It's a huge amount of money.